Exciting news, everyone. We are working with YOUTOOZ to release a Drawfee figure. Take a look at this thing. It's got all of us on there, the news days.
Wow.
You can let us into your home.
It holds a pen.
It holds the stylus for you.
It's a pen holder.
It's going to be releasing on April 10th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, the pre-order that is.
Wow.
And the pre-order is only available for 4 weeks, and then it's gone forever.
Look, it's us.
Let us into your home.
Let us into your home.
If you want to win one, there's also going to be a giveaway. There's a link in the description to enter. You could be a winner and get one for free, and you could let us into your home.
I get to go into your home.
Let us into your home.
Let us in there.
You could just let us into your home.
Let us into your home.
Let us into your home.
Let us.
Let us into your home.
into your home.
Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas.
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Karina.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Julia.
And today we got a speed draw for you.
Finally!
Kick up
So
the pace.
speedy quick.
Put on your goggles.
Like Sonic.
Like Sonic.
This one actually was a Karina idea to return to an old favorite. The 4 artists use one color palette challenge.
Oh,
I just think it's neat.
It is neat.
It's
which is
fun.
why we all agreed.
Yeah, we ditched all those other stupid ideas that we got from our Patreon Discord server
Boo.
and decided to just do this one that I said.
No, we're still going to do those. Please stay subscribed to the Patreon. Please come back. Come back. We're just joking.
Just joshing.
But this is the color palette we picked. It's a fun one. It's got like a lot of opportunity.
Beautiful color.
And we're going to start with Nathan.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you will. Enjoy my
anything-
colors.
You got anything to say for yourself
this
before
is-
we get into this?
This is another in my series of color palette drawings that you could. Oh God!
Wow.
Oh no!
I don't
That
understand
says
what
so
you're
much.
trying to say.
That sounds.
This is another one in my series.
I mean, it was so.
I don't know why my
it's
mouth
so
did that.
philosophical.
No, come on, no, we
Oh,
can't.
wow, that said a
You're
lot,
not
though.
supposed to. No, I was just gonna
Let's
say it
all-
again
let's all
clean,
snap
and
our
then it was
fingers.
we were gonna
Yes.
pretend like I didn't do that, but
Yes.
now it's
Yes.
just start,
Yes.
just start the,
Yes.
just
I
start
don't
the
know how
fuck,
snap.
just start
I don't know
it,
how to snap.
just start it.
Poetry.
Damn it!
There's a siren.
The police are coming for you.
I'm not stopping. The siren's in.
No,
We're
dude,
leaving the siren
no,
in.
don't leave the siren in.
The siren is staying in. I want everyone to hear it. This is how we have to live.
This
Yeah.
is
Lean into the disaster.
okay.
I do want to say too,
Mm-hmm.
because I just thought about this. I saw a comment on our previous speed draw that was like, basically like, who does Jacob think he's helping with like the countdown before the thing plays? Like, does he think we need that?
It's you.
And
You're
the
helping.
answer is me. I'm helping
It's for
me.
you. We can do it for us.
Have you guys thought about Jacob today?
Have you considered
And how hard these episodes are for him to edit?
It helps me sync the edit.
Who
That's
do you-
why.
Who the hell do you think you're helping?
I'm helping myself as usual. Let's get into it. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
What I was gonna say is in the series of speed draws that you could see on the side of a van
Yeah.
was the joke I was gonna make because we made that joke
you
about
made it?
my last.
So well.
I did a really good job.
Ooh, these
Yeah,
shapes.
great silhouette.
Yeah.
I drew like a dragon. I was just sort of messing around. I was just vibing on these colors, and I wasn't sure if this was going to be what I ended up going with. I thought maybe I'd do a few different designs, but I ended up really liking what I roughed in, so I just kept playing around with it, and it ended up just taking it all the way.
Got it in one.
Yeah, nice.
So cool.
That's the fun thing about these challenges. They really like lean towards just messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time that we recorded this, it was also the end of the month, and so I had a bunch of. I just had a lot of drawings to do.
Time of the month.
It was my time of the month.
Wow.
When you're busy.
When
You're busy.
When you're busy. You're gonna see me redraw these eyes a bunch of times. Just trying to
There they
figure
go.
it out. Yep, here they go.
Yep.
He's like 6 eyes. No, 5 eyes. No, 7 eyes.
Eyes down here? No.
6 eyes.
6 eyes? Gojo?
Gojo?
Jojo.
This is a moment of silence for Gojo.
Everyone take a minute to think about Gojo.
Have you thought about Gojo today?
Yeah, it's gonna help.
That's
you.
why we count.
We count for Gojo.
Ooh.
Let me start. I was like, okay, I have to use the other colors, don't I?
No.
Nah.
Ooh.
Oh.
And you're gonna
Oh.
you're gonna see me try a bunch of things that I don't end up using. So I'm
That's
excited to see which ones you like that I end up
real.
erasing.
You know what? I'm just not going to react to any
This is a
of them.
big,
Yeah, it's not safe.
a big old delete your art style one.
I think that's. I feel like that's kind of a given with the color palette ones because it's
Yeah.
a lot of figuring out what you can do with what you have. Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where'd your body go?
Where'd your body go,
Babe.
boy?
Okay, I should probably just do. I should probably sketch it in, and then I was like, actually, no
For all of
body,
That.
no body.
In
What
the
if it-
ocean
What if
now.
it's just a snurpent in the ocean?
A snurpent?
Serpent.
But then I was like, actually,
Actually, put it back.
actually,
A
wait.
snurpent. Again.
Just being real indecisive.
Wait, no.
Wait, but
no.
body?
But body.
And then I was like, what if the background was dark and the foreground was light? And
No.
then I was like, no. Actually, it was good before.
Nathan, you're a really relatable person.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can I just take a moment to appreciate Nathan's relatability? In this
No,
moment?
you don't have to do that. But thanks.
The comments will do it enough for all of us.
Sometimes you just gotta like try stuff out though.
Yeah.
It's truly you can't be precious.
No.
Yeah.
Let yourself play around.
No, I detailed the face so early on in the process. I was like, I gotta keep it, and we'll figure out the body. I'm just gonna force it.
We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank
A
you.
lot.
I've thought it's looked good the whole time.
There was
Thank
never a
you.
moment where it didn't look good or
Thanks.
even right.
Except for that bit in the middle. And you know which one I'm talking
You know
about.
the part.
The bit.
The bit.
The bit.
Hell yeah. This is great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You did a really good job of like carving out the forms
Yeah.
of like the arm and the wing.
Oh yeah. And it's for sure gonna stay that way.
Now I'm not so sure.
That's great to hear. 'Cause
Why are you laughing?
Great to hear. It belongs in the trash.
Yeah.
But thank you. I do appreciate that. Yeah. No, watching it back, I'm like, any of this could have been fine, but
It's hard to
I
tell
kept.
in the moment.
It's like when you stare at the same thing for so long, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
your life gets ruined.
you just.
You got to take breaks.
I'm just like, well, I did. I took a few. I took a few breaks while drawing this.
Yeah,
As you can see, the title of the of the drawing changed from Untitled to Color Palette 2025.
Okay.
Did a little save.
Did a little save in there.
You saved. That was the break
You
you
remembered
took?
to save. Wow. No, that was general advice for the audience, not
Yeah.
directed at you at all. Because frankly, this is exactly what my process looked like too, and I'm just like, wow.
Well, this is also why Karina flips.
Yeah.
Get a new perspective on it.
Oh yeah, I should have flipped. I never
Yeah.
flipped. Taking a little
Oh,
break.
took a break. Okay.
Oh.
Took a
Okay,
break
we're
to
back.
eat.
We're back.
I think Emily brought me some pasta.
Bastard.
Huge.
pasta boy, little pasta boy.
Yeah.
Just a little pasta boy.
Yeah.
Little guy, we
That-
need my pasta.
That is what she said. She talks to me like that.
You need a little pasta boy, Nathan?
Oh, the little artist
pasta
doing her
boy?
little
Are you working so
on your little van art. I bet you're gonna do a real good job saying it.
I've heard of fan art, but van art.
I was about to say
Nice.
fan art. I thought you said van art.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's like a naked
Bow,
Luigi on the
bow,
side of
bow.
a van.
Boo, boo.
That's what I should have done.
Ooh, yeah.
Naked Luigi on a van.
Well, Naked Luigi.
Yeah.
And someone would put on a van.
Yeah.
Well, this is like a homework for our viewers.
Yeah.
Do this challenge, but with naked Luigi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
do
you.
it.
I mean, you could have naked Luigi in this pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, back arched,
Oh yeah.
mouth open.
You did the original highlight color under one of the claws, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what that needed. And then you immediately deleted it. And then I was like, damn it, that looked really good. And then you put orange there, and I was like, yeah, no, it's back. And then you deleted it again.
Julia, that's literally what you do every time we do a speed draw.
That's true.
How's it feel?
You do it, but worse.
But it looks so good.
Do a whole face and then just cover it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
no.
no, a little more, a little more.
Oh, little.
How dare you think?
Whoop.
We're still futzing? We're still futzing?
We're in the final
This
futz.
is so good, though.
Okay, I think.
Are you sure?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it.
This is sick.
This looks
Yeah.
so sick.
Thank you.
And it really is like an example of like excellent van art.
Yeah.
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 You got an orange van? Well, now you got a decal for it.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the really nice parallels you have. I feel like the parallels between the tip of the tail and the horn
Oh, thanks.
on the front, and then also like the angles of the wings
And the rock.
with like the angle of the neck, and then the fire and the clouds and all that.
Yeah, I was happy with how this one
It's all
turned
really
out.
good.
The mirroring of
Good.
the tail shape and the circular composition of the sun.
Yeah.
Wow.
It all feels very satisfying to look at.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
work.
Thank you.
This dude's an artist.
This guy does art.
Hey,
Yeah.
Fucking art.
Oh,
Been lied to.
come on.
Luigi.
yeah.
We're on one today, man. Well, Nathan, great job.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Next up is me.
Ooh.
Wow. I don't really have anything to say. I'm not even going to attempt to say something.
No.
I'm worried about
He's
what's going to
trying to
happen.
say van art.
I'm just going to jump right into it and then I'll talk.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go. All right. So I didn't really know what I was going to do starting out. So I literally just went online and like looked up a bunch of different reference images until I found one I thought was neat. And then I was like, I'll just use that as inspiration.
Cool.
Nice.
So it's just going to be like a sort of a sad looking dude
Love that.
leaning over a railing
Yeah.
Okay.
in like a sad city.
Aw, were you sad?
I was not sad, but I liked the vibe.
Okay.
I liked the vibe, especially with the colors, because as you'll see when I get to that point, I leaned very heavily into the greens and blues
Hell yeah.
and then used the orange and yellow as highlight colors.
That's smart.
So
Oh.
it's got more of a darker
He
tone.
looks like Spencer.
Like Spencer.
Yeah, well, his
Spencer.
vibe.
His vibe is incredibly Spencer. If I put like a cigarette
Yeah.
in his hand, then
That's college Spencer.
yeah, maybe it kind of was a Spencer vibe,
Whoa.
being
It's
like
just good in
outside your
general.
apartment
Yeah.
and like sad about something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out, friend of the show, Spencer.
He's been outside my apartment and sad about something. He made friends with my neighbor.
Yeah,
Call out
sure.
friend of the show,
I
Spencer.
don't think they actually became friends. Maybe enemies. This is nice.
yeah. Oh, this is such a
Look at you
vibe.
doing railing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's at this point I was like sketching all this in and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to render this and I'm scared. I'm scared of how it's going to go. But I ended up actually having a lot of fun, so which you never know with these.
Yeah.
I was worried cuz like I wasn't in the mood starting out.
Yeah.
I really just wanted to play Monster Hunter
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I
Of
was like, but I have
course.
to do this.
This is you thinking about having to do this drawing
Man.
instead of getting to play Monster Hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
With Spencer.
With Spencer, I did play with Spencer. Yeah.
You were thinking about Spencer.
So the vibes were correct.
yeah.
Added a little more texture to the hair.
Jacob did literally say, because I walked into the kitchen to get myself a drink, and then Jacob followed behind and he said, I don't want to work. All I can think of is Monster Hunter.
Well,
I was
peek
like,
behind
well-
the curtain. It had just come out that day.
Yeah.
So this I wanted to play it because it literally just dropped.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm doing a mostly just blocking everything in with the polygonal lasso tool.
Nice.
I always like the sort of vibe that gives. Like everything, I don't measure anything or do it perfectly straight. I think it gives it a lot of liveliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like geometric, but
Yeah.
organic at the same time.
Totally, dude.
Totally did.
Um,
When you want your friend to stop talking.
Yeah,
Totally
totally.
did.
I was just trying to agree with Nathan.
Totally, dude.
Ooh.
I had to use some halftones because I realized very quickly I did not have enough colors to do what I wanted to do. So I was like, how
Okay.
can I cheat it a little bit?
Yeah.
Because halftone's still just using the colors
Yeah.
That's
just in
true.
different ratios.
to get access to more tones.
That's clever. It's very clever.
So I use them in spots. And then also the airbrush was a good friend of mine in this as well, because that kind of gives you the intermediary
Yeah.
tones without actually picking a different color. Because I felt like if I used like a layer mode, like multiply, that felt like cheating.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to just use the colors, but I didn't feel like I was cheating if I used different brushes. And I think everyone will agree with me.
Everyone agrees.
And I like the texture it gave too.
Yeah.
To the foreground elements.
Yeah.
Then I'm just sort of putting in a bass tone for the top half and the bottom half of the fella here, since the bottom half had to be behind the bars
Ooh.
and the top half had to be in front of the bars.
That's true.
That is true. True stuff.
So true, bestie.
So true. Yeah, and then most of this I color using the airbrush
Oh, that's fun.
to give like sort of some depth and a tone change in the big areas of color.
I love how completely different your process was from mine.
Yeah.
It just goes to show there's
Just
no
goes to show.
there's no one right way to do it.
Nope. It's kind of whatever works for you.
Yeah.
I really like this type of process. And once you get into it, it's very like satisfying. And,
Yeah. It's super satisfying to watch.
and at this point I was getting like pleased with it because when I turned off the lines, I was like, okay, everything still reads.
Yeah.
The
So
best feeling in the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's all distinguishing the tone, like the values are different enough.
Yeah, you're like, holy fuck, it actually worked.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a genius.
So then I'm going in with a brush. I really like the soft core brush because it's one of those where the harder you press down, the softer the edges get.
Mm.
So if you press down really hard, you get a really soft edge. So there's some, you'll see as I go forward here, there's some times where I use that.
Oh, and there's the yellow and orange.
Hell yeah.
That really does. It just draws your eye right into the
pops.
eyes.
Eye.
It pops.
It pops.
Popped them.
Separating the ear a little bit there, separating out the chin, adding a little more shading.
So moody.
And then I'll do some like limited like line art just in little pieces. Kind of gives it almost like a cell shading vibe.
Yeah.
This looks like an album art.
It would be like sad lo-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad lo-fi beats to think about playing Monster Hunter too.
Parentheses when you can't play Monster Hunter because you have work to do.
God damn it.
So then I'm going to add in sort of the lights in the distance that also match the color there and then blur the background.
Ooh.
Yes.
And then my favorite part, rim
There
lighting.
you go.
Yes.
And you see the fuzzy edges and the sharp edges.
Yeah.
Which I think looks really nice.
Oh, yes. This looks great.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you really just made him pop.
This is so good.
And then the last thing I'll do is I do a big airbrush of like the dark color around the bottom to add some like difference. And then a little pop of the yellow right on him to make it glow a little.
Yeah.
And that's the final piece.
Oh, that looks so good.
And all of
Yeah.
the sounds of the city we have in the background are just
Ignore
adding
those.
to the atmosphere of this cityscape drawing.
It's like I'm there.
Yeah, it's like we're in a city.
No.
The city noises you hear aren't actually in this episode. It's what your mind is playing on its own because of the vibes of the people.
Your mind
Yes.
is painting an image
of
Yes.
of sound.
You can see the sounds that you're hearing.
Isn't that crazy?
Open your eyes.
and ears and mouth.
Yeah. just
Taste the
case.
city.
Nom, nom, nom,
and
nom.
nose.
But yeah, this
not your
was This like workflow I think is like really fun for whenever I do lineless, which is not that often. This feels like really at home for me to do it this way with the lasso tool.
You should do all your speed draws while you really want to play Monster Hunter, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be easy for the foreseeable future.
Yippee!
Oh, wow. We're going to get some great art.
Yeah, because I'm really going to be wanting to play some Monster Hunter.
Hell yeah.
But that's it for me. Let's go to Karina.
Wow.
Anything you want to say?
You'll never guess who I drew.
Who?
Oh, there's colors.
Loose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The loose is loose. The loose is
back.
loose.
And this one got away from me.
Where'd it go?
You'll see.
You ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I
Ooh.
was tired. I've been tired for what feels like the past 2 years. So
Yeah.
I kind of just wanted to vibe out. I've been like generally unhappy with my art for like a really long time at this point. So I just wanted to like do some sketches and like figure out what to do before getting into the palette. And like I said, these are his colors. So I was like, fuck it, let's just draw loose. I like my little guy.
Hell yeah.
And I wanted to do something with a lot of foliage. So I ended up wanting to draw him in a garden. Then I was like, there should be a statue.
Yeah.
And
There should be a statue.
I just kept adding. I did this 2 days ago.
This is so cool.
I didn't
Already.
need to, but I did. And yeah, so it's been a long time actually drawing this before I even do the color, which was the point of the fucking thing. But you know how it is.
Oh,
The colors are just a conduit.
The freaking
Yeah.
torso, though.
Yeah.
You know me.
Then
I love a
move on.
torso.
They just get better and better is the
Yeah.
thing.
And I just wanted to draw like an angel statue. I guess it's kind of Lucifer, but who cares? This isn't about him. I was doing sort of a brief mock-up of ideally what it would look like. And then I was like, fuck it. Let's draw every leaf.
Yes, I love the
You
foreground
have to
foliage.
draw every
Sometimes
leaf.
you've had like a really like bad seasonal depression kind of February and you're like, fuck it, draw every leaf. Who cares anymore?
Leave
Who's gonna
no
stop?
leaf undrawn.
Time
Yes.
doesn't matter. Spend it drawing every
Yeah.
leaf.
So I think there's like there's three layers. It says the foreground and then like the loose is kind of the midground, then everything else is background. So I was doing it in layers for how I wanted to set it up later. So foreground first,
Yeah, makes sense.
background second, and then yeah. So anyway,
God,
So anyway, I kept drawing leaves.
sometimes
There's so many.
It's so
sometimes you just
cool.
want to do something, you know?
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just want to feel.
I feel like I haven't had a lot of dedicated time to just like draw and like be happy with the things I draw. So I was trying to be happy.
Do you feel happy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's a victory.
That's
Yeah.
a yeah. That's a yes.
That's a yes,
more,
folks.
more so than when I first started. And this was another one that was like, you gotta trust the fucking process.
Yeah.
It's gonna look bad at every step of the way until you finish it.
It looks good though.
Yeah, it looks great.
Oh, thank you.
It's looked good the entire time.
And it's
Didn't
gonna look even
know what
better.
I was
I'm
doing.
just looking at every leaf you did and thinking about what my dumbass did for my speed draw.
Oh, I'm so
I can't
excited.
believe I have to follow this up. What the hell? I didn't do one, Jacob. I'm here to tell you I didn't do one.
So then I draw this statue and I redraw it a lot because I didn't know how to draw. I don't know.
Didn't know how to draw as you are actually drawing what is
Yeah.
clearly a marble statue man.
Sometimes
Like really well.
in the middle of a drawing, I don't know how to draw.
You have the other thing is that at every point in this until like the last maybe 2 minutes of this video that you are watching, I was like, I should start over. I should
Yeah.
just delete this and never speak of having attempted it, but
But you didn't.
So glad you didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah, this is
You fought
beautiful.
the urge.
Because I ran out of time.
Yes.
Time constraints were your friend here.
Yeah.
They were your
so
true ally.
I didn't leave myself a lot of time to do this, but I did be trying.
This looks
So
so good.
and then I just actually have to draw loose.
The fun part.
Yeah. This is a very moody one. I was listening to the new Rebecca Black album.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
And I was
yeah.
like, it needs to be slutty and moody. So
Is
Yeah.
that what that album is like?
that's kind of, I was, yeah. Yeah.
I just haven't heard it, so I didn't
Glad-
know.
It's
Glad
good.
she's still making music.
Dude, she's thriving and she's so hot and like,
Hell yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Her stuff's so good. But yeah, so I was just listening to that on repeat while doing this and guessing. A lot of guesswork in this. A lot of struggling to draw the forbidden hand, you know?
Yeah.
This is like you went to deliver a package to Luce's house. And it's like, I'm in the gardens. I'm like, why are you sitting like this,
Yeah.
sir?
This one's actually the forbidden hand. I struggle with it for a really long time.
Oh yeah, that's a
There's
tough
always
position.
one. Yeah.
It's... I hate it here.
Yeah, mood.
I probably would have taken a picture of my own hand for this one.
I almost got to that point. The problem is that whenever I use my own hand as reference, I have like really small hands. Small, soft hands. Anyway, I disagree with you, Jacob. We're doing the multiply method. I'm setting up the file the exact same way I set up the risographs when I do them.
Hell yeah.
So basically every color is a multiply layer and I mix the colors on the spot. So each folder is a multiply folder, and then within it there's different layers for different opacities. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So you're
Ooh.
telling me I could get a risograph of this piece that you did?
Honestly, no, I wouldn't
Damn
print
it.
this one. It has too many colors.
Too many to print.
5 inks? That's too expensive. Also, they're not ink colors, so I wouldn't know how it actually looks.
But the method is sick though. To
Yeah.
like use it in this way.
But yeah, because I taught myself how to do this last year, so I was like, secretly, I
Use
want to
it.
try this.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, like these are Luce's colors, but there's not like red in this, so you have to do a lot of like crossing to even kind of make it look red. So I did this like green wash at first, and I do this entire treatment with the green wash, and I was like, that looks kind of cool, but I don't know. So I kept redoing it,
Yeah.
and then I started to face the problem of I've been staring at this for a long time and I don't
Yeah.
know how I feel about it. So then I start second guessing it, and then I start fucking around with it way too much. And so I was like, maybe I should change it. Maybe I should change it to literally any other wash, change that, do this. And then I was like, no, I kind of hate all of it. So I just start over.
Oh, classic.
Delete your art.
Delete your art.
And I was like, I think I was getting way into the weeds too early. So I went back and started just detailing like
You did
various other things.
You did draw a lot of weeds.
So many weeds.
Yeah, a lot of weeds.
You were in the weeds and you were drawing the weeds.
Yeah.
No, this
But
is
yeah,
great.
so then I was like, I'll just like go in and detail everything without adding any
Ooh.
shading, and then it'll look
Yeah.
better, and I'll know what I actually want to do.
Smart.
Those leaves look so good. That treatment you did.
Thank you. I also realized that I liked the shading I did for the statue, but I had deleted that entire layer, and my history had already been overwritten it, so I had to redo it.
Damn.
It's gonna happen sometimes.
Yeah. So, and then I was like, I need to go back to foreground, midground, background, and then do the fucking thing that I planned initially, where there's a light source.
Ooh.
Yes.
And so I had to put that in. The way I got the line art is that each color, like mostly the blue layer, but like
texture.
other colors had the line art layer. So I would also just go in and delete it where I didn't want that color. So
sick.
Right,
yeah. And so then I just put a blue wash instead and added some leaf And then I put a little like graphic design, and I put the lyrics to the Rebecca Black song I was listening to.
Of course.
Yeah,
Because I'm
man.
lame, and that's my drawing.
Wow.
What
That
the hell?
rips.
That's so cool.
That's such a cool way to handle like the challenge.
Thank you.
I would.
You said multiply feels like cheating, and I'm like, but I'm gonna do it.
But it's like a totally different.
If you make it sick enough, you can cheat. It's fine.
Words to live by.
Also, we like set our own parameters for these challenges. We
Yeah.
don't like
Yeah.
talk ahead of time.
Yeah.
So it's just like in the moment, I was like, here's where I'll draw the line arbitrarily.
Yeah, I did save a separate version that was only the line art, so I could fix this up for a reso treatment, because the way I ended up doing it is not how I would usually do it. But
This is so good.
it is only the 5 colors, I swear.
Hot damn.
It's just, I think it's a really cool example of like how much you can get out of 5 colors.
Yeah,
Like,
5 is
being-
a lot.
Being used this way.
I'm like, I wouldn't print this because I usually use 3 every time I do one.
Right.
And it's just that with these, they were kind of similar colors. Yay!
Wow.
This is awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
Carrie.
I think it came out so good.
Thank you so much.
And then Julia didn't do one.
Yeah.
No.
I deleted. I never.
But wait, there's actually
Hey,
one more
thanks for
file.
no. Thanks for hey.
Oh.
Support us
How
on
curious.
Patreon.
There's another
like and
file here in
subscribe.
the list. Maybe we just like take a look at the
Just
file.
take
Yeah.
a
Let's take a
just
little
see what it
peek-see.
is.
Maybe maybe we just give it a little.
And then if Julia, you happen to have anything to say about it.
Yeah, just like by chance.
All right. I had one thought for my speed draw,
Oh,
and
boy.
that thought kept making me laugh because it was so stupid.
Okay.
And that reveals itself in true Julia fashion, the final minute of my
Interesting.
speed draw.
Amazing.
Oh, great.
And everything else
What's
is
the first
just
6?
me filling the space until we get there.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, let's give it a look.
Love the sound of that.
3, 2, 1, go.
So the other challenge that I've been having is that my hand pain is always looming. So I'm trying to figure out how to accomplish art while not taking forever on it. Like, because I, work on Draw Detectives, which is so asset heavy, I need to figure out good economy of hand usage.
Is this a diner?
Yeah, I went back to an old staple of mine, my favorite setting,
It's gone.
a diner.
Yeah, and then we left.
Well, I didn't like the angle. I struggled with the angle for a while. But I went back to my old idea, or my old way of doing it, where I zoom out really far, and then that way I don't
Yeah.
get into the weeds.
Like a thumbnail.
Yeah, exactly, like thumbnailing. So it's small, and so I just like get the idea in there. But yeah, so I tried not to, especially after like that childhood art redraw that I did, where I tried to do something like very painterly, and then I realized that my hand could not do that.
And you ended up with something
Um,
sick anyway.
Thank you. But I liked kind of where I started to go on that piece, which was like the inks, the kind of energetic inks that were on top, and then some colors underneath.
Sure.
So I've been playing around with that for this one, and not letting myself get too in the weeds about details. Especially with like a limited color palette, I really wanted to challenge myself to just stick to those colors without any in-betweens, without any shading or anything like that.
So
Just
you didn't even use gradients or halftones.
no.
The
Yeah.
ultimate purist.
I just did block colors of the palette.
Like me.
Yeah. And I even make the lines one of the available colors.
Nice.
So that was just, again, strictly for my hand economy,
Yeah.
Hella.
Yeah,
to
when
take
you-
care of my hand pain.
Good.
When you're given a limited tool set, you can just stick to those.
Yeah. I'm also trying to embrace not being so measured in all of my perspectives, that it has more of an organic feel and less of a measured one.
Looks pretty measured,
Yeah,
Julia.
totally.
It
There
looks-
is some measuring
it's
going on
upsetting.
here.
There is
It's
some
not
measuring.
precise.
Yeah.
There's like a look to theoretical perspective that it does become really like
Yeah.
measured.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So I did measure a bunch of them. The ones that like need to be in perspective so that it doesn't look so off
Sure.
are ones that I measured, and then everything else I kind of let myself use other lines that I've already measured to guide those lines. This is me figuring out the lighting.
I'm so excited to find out the thing that you thought was funny.
Because
Because right now this is just a
I'm
really
really
just like cool like scene.
Well, so
I don't know. I'm just
we were presented the color palette.
yeah.
And generally, I'm kind of just down for, whatever the team wants to do with the color palette challenges. I'm like, oh, I'll figure it out. And so I saw that you guys were excited for this palette, and then we were going with this. And I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. And then I was looking at it, and I was like, I can't think of anything except for one thing, and it's really stupid.
Okay.
It's just a real nothing,
Uh-huh.
but it made me laugh.
That's great.
And I decided that I needed to do the one thing.
Hell yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
If you had
Maybe.
fun, then I'm glad you did.
Yeah, the point is fun.
Yeah.
And you put that one fun thing in just like a really competently drawn. This looks great with
This is
this
a cool
palette.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was going for like 1960s sort
Yeah.
of shapey
Yeah.
setting
This is sick.
poster thing,
It's such a vibe.
like graphic design. Thank you. Yeah, I genuinely had a lot of fun with this piece. I did not. Again, I had the one idea going into this, and then I sat down and I was like, "What's like a setting I could put this idea in?"
Okay, this is the setting.
I'm worried I'm gonna be mad.
I don't think you're gonna be
I'm
mad.
trying
You're
to
just be
figure
like,
it out.
"This is so stupid."
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I
Sweet.
feel like I'm standing in quicksand.
Yeah. It's like because this is all, it's all like what's gonna
Who's gonna be there?
who's it?
Who is it?
Who's here? Show yourself.
It's just empty room that we know something's. Oh,
Here we go.
okay.
Here we go.
Here
The
we
final
go.
minute.
It's happening.
Oh,
Is
Is it Bert and Ernie?
It's yeah.
Oh my god,
They-
we love that.
They are the Bert colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had
Oh
this
my
thing of like
god.
he's waiting for Ernie at the diner.
I love that.
yeah.
I'm not mad
That's
at
not
all.
stupid.
It's delightful.
fine.
I created a whole diner setting for him to just be chilling reading the newspaper.
I love this.
I was pissed.
I wish that were me. I want to be sitting at an empty diner having a cup of coffee waiting for Ernie.
It's just
You can't expect Ernie to be on time.
no. So yeah, he's chilling. He's
What?
just
This
waiting.
is cute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's good.
This is really good.
It's the only thing I could think of when I saw the color palette was Bert and Ernie.
That's really funny.
So you only drew Bert.
Yeah.
Pete.
Pete's.
Well, there's
Pete's.
so
Pete's.
I think it's in Muppets Take Manhattan.
Lunchio.
There's Pete's Luncheonette is one of the settings in it.
I like
So
that you
I
could have just flipped this.
oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I know you didn't.
Well, you needed to draw. I know exactly what your thought process was. It's like, well, I need to draw them along the same perspective lines. So
Yeah.
I can't just flip.
No, you could.
You could have flipped it.
You could
and
flip the
skipped it.
perspective lines.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
There's a
that-
lot of things.
That would have been more steps than just writing it backwards.
It's
So good.
Well, here's my piece.
Yeah.
I actually love this.
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
nice.
It's really nice.
Thanks. It's it's a little moody piece.
It's
my little-
evocative.
You know he's gonna order oatmeal.
It's
He's looking at the menu and he's like,
Oatmeal, please.
oatmeal, please.
It could be anything. It's oatmeal.
Come on, Bert, get something good for once.
Bonnie.
It's me, Ernie. What the hell does Ernie sound like?
Sounds sort of like Kermit.
It's me, Ernie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That's closer.
Eat a piece of bacon or something.
One piece of bacon, please.
Live a little.
You know Ernie's going to the diner ordering like the most feral breakfast order
Yeah, like pancakes with ice cream and
and
sprinkles.
a side of mozzarella sticks.
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
My go-to diner order for a long time was a Belgian waffle and a side of mozzarella sticks.
That's
That
great.
rules.
Powerful order.
Yeah.
But hey, look
yeah.
at this. We got 4 completely different
Yeah.
pieces out of the same color palette.
Incredibly
Booty.
different.
Yeah, I actually think it's cool how like different they all are this time. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it really goes to show you what you can do with a limited set. You should try this at home.
You
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
also put bird on your van.
You can put bird on your van.
You could put bird on your van.
You shouldn't, but you could.
You can. But yeah, if you're feeling like art block or anything, give this a try. Take this palette
Yeah.
and make a piece with it and just vibe out and then show it to us.
Just put Bert in a bunch of different settings.
Yeah.
And if you liked it, well, gosh, comment again so we can do it again, and it won't just be me being like, we should do that again. It'll be you. It's
It'll
on
be
you.
this time. Yeah.
You could say it.
To be fair, I
You-
am certain people have said we should do this again elsewhere, and I
No.
just could not locate the,
No.
I couldn't have.
no one's ever said it.
Otherwise, Jacob would have found it because he's always looking with his eyes.
Big peepers.
Big beepers.
Especially on the Patreon Discord that's exclusive to Patreon supporters.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the best place to put the things you want to see us do.
that's where Jacob sees him the most.
Because that's where I look.
And hey, if you're already in there, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
Keep it
Look
up.
at you.
Some of your names are scrolling by as we speak.
Yeah, we
Look.
won't ignore your suggestions next time. So keep them coming.
Look, there you are.
Whoa.
You there? Oh, there you went.
Bye.
Oh, you're here? Oh.
Hey.
Wow.
It's
Twirls
a
hair.
surprise, but a pleasant one.
Okay.
But other than that, you can watch us live stream on Twitch Monday nights 7 p.m. And you can also get our merch from DFTBA at the link below. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Some of you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that.
We do.
I love you.
Love you.
We do.
We're
We really
sorry.
do.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.